Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good mornings. Welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to another live episode of Millionaire Man Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. We appreciate y'all for tuning in because y'all could have chose to be anywhere else, but y'all chose to be right here with us on RETV, a Black-owned network. Although there is nothing else on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Anyway, football is Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and sometimes Saturday. So you really got nothing to watch on Tuesdays anyway. Donna, you all right over there? You having a blackout?
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Like you just went black. Like you all right over there? Something, you know?
Yeah, I was
Thought you was having a house party.
Something. Somebody done threw the bag over his head. He only got that back door open. I don't see you facing the door, or you facing the door now?
Nah, the door is beside me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that one day he had that drink with his back to it, and the door was open. John talked about he was coming down there to go sneak in his back door. Pause.
Hey, right.
Tell John to be careful.
Keyshawn Johnson.
That was hilarious. Yo,
whoever come through this door, baby, if I don't know you, better be careful.
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly, all right. But let me finish my intro. Yo, y'all could have chose to be anywhere, but y'all chose to be right here. I think I said that part already. Make sure if you have not already done so, if you are watching via YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the Relationship Entertainment Television YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the Relationship Entertainment Television YouTube channel. It look like Donnell got his phone out. He's doing it right now. Just nod your head and just keep nodding your head and do what you was doing, Donnell. You was good. I was using you as an example.
That's what I was doing, subscribing.
Okay, you see? Exactly. Thank you. Hey, Nicole, how are you? So make sure y'all subscribe to the Relationship Entertainment Television YouTube channel if you have not already done so. Don't forget we're also live, so you can submit your questions. Y'all can put your comments in. Y'all saw Nicole just did it. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all can submit them at the info@re-tv.net. info@re-tv.net. Roku. If you got a Roku, download the RETV Roku app. It's called RETV Live. Make sure y'all download it. You can watch this show and all the other shows that come on Relationship Entertainment Television. They're on your Roku. Think I got them all in. I couldn't do the show without the fellas that's on the screen with me right now. As you can see, we are missing one tonight. Hopefully he'll be here at some point in time, and hopefully one doesn't go black out again. In the meantime, my brother from another mother, Millionaire Mike, is in the building with us tonight. What's going on, Mike? He's the Superman lover.
Yeah. At least that's what my wife called me. Nah. Doing all right. Doing all right, man. You know, doing my thug thizzle outside.
I was about to say you out. You like you outside again? You out back or you out front?
Out front. I didn't know if it looked like it might storm. So, the gazebo, I'm not sure how well it protects from the rain. You know, that if it's blowing wind.
Gotcha.
So, I know out here it's it's pretty chill. So even if it's raining. So yeah, that's me.
Gotcha. I didn't know it's supposed to rain down this way, rain down this North Carolina way and whatnot.
It was dark.
Well, it is after 8 o'clock. That's what happens.
Shut up. Not dark like that.
That's what happens.
Before the sun went down, Negro.
Nah, but it is. Nah, real talk though. Y'all really do realize, like, I don't know about you, but I set my alarm to wake up a certain time every morning. And I've been realizing it's now starting to get darker and darker, when I wake up in the morning. And then real talk, it does start to get darker and darker earlier in the evening as well. So
it does.
That fall. So
it was a lot of cloud cover today.
Yeah. Okay. It was overcast, Mike. It was overcast. Yo, my other brother out of the DMV area. One is missing tonight, but one is always in the building with us. Mr. Reasonable is in the building with us tonight. What's going on, Donnell? What's good with you?
I'm good, man. Chilling.
Tonight, ain't
you? Wouldn't be me if I wasn't.
Exactly. Well, speaking of shooting arrows, Mr. Reasonable, it's about that time we get into Word to the Wise. You got Word to the Wise for tonight?
Oh, we doing Word to the Wise already?
Yeah, we doing Word to the Wise already. I mean, we would usually have like another 2 or 3 minutes because John will be on the show. But considering John ain't here tonight, or wherever John may be, you can go back and rewatch this. He's probably shooting an episode of Daddy's Confessions. Yeah, make sure y'all check out Daddy's Confessions every other Thursday night. Daddy's Confessions.
He double dipping.
Exactly.
He on the clock here, taping his other show.
Yeah, I got word. I got words to the wise, man. I got words to the wise. I don't like this, but it is like I gotta say something. Ladies. If your landing strip look like a newborn monkey,
What?
you need to trim that mess.
What? Yo, he caught me with landing strip because I was like, wait a minute, like, what you about to go with this? What?
And then he said it looked like a newborn monkey.
What? Yo, can we acknowledge? We're not going to acknowledge any comments from the Facebook user below. Just an FYI. Tell what y'all got blown out. Yeah, okay. We already know who that is.
Lord,
Who was that?
Chef Kingdom
Chef.
Kingdom Chef come in here and talk about how his Cowboys lost to the sorriest team in the NFL.
Right. It was a no-win team, a winless team with a backup quarterback.
I was about to say something mean. Never mind. Yes, with a backup quarterback. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yes, exactly. They cut Kirk Cousins. I'm not Kirk. What's his name? Colt McCoy. They cut Colt McCoy at the beginning of the what's the name? And kept the Dobbs dude.
What? Why are you laughing?
Y'all are bullying.
You're bullying me.
Your own team is bullying you. They bullying you with them feelings. Got y'all thinking y'all was a legit team once again this year. I ain't gonna lie.
When he put that in his Facebook the other day, Sunday, I was dying. He was like, "Stop bullying me."
Anybody bullying you? You just know what it is. You just know who your team is. That's all it is.
Right.
That's all it is, Chef.
That's what it is.
Chef, you done messed up our damn word to the wild. We were talking about landing strips. Now we talking about how your team done crashed and burned. So what would you say about the landing strips to the word to the wise? I think the ladies
newborn monkey.
The ladies heard about some newborn monkey jumping out the
landing strip like the top of Donnell's head.
Pause. How do you know?
Oh, Lord.
Hey, y'all grow up.
I know y'all.
Woo, shit, grow up.
You about to fall.
Hey, this will be one of them type of nights. This will be one of them type of nights. We need to get the bullshit over with so we can get to the serious stuff. Tonight, I'm sorry, let me take words to the wise off the screen. We're talking about affirmative action. So tonight we talk about affirmative. We gotta be us. This is y'all sneak peek behind the doors of a man cave. Us guys, we cut up, we talk shit, we have fun, all that good stuff. Chef, he come in.
Beat it.
Yo, I'm done. Commercial.
Welcome to What's Going On? My name is Demetra Joe. Each Wednesday, you can find me here at 3 p.m. I'll be over here discussing different things that are going on and try to bring you a boost of positivity for your week because we all need this. We're going to share some feel-good stories. We might find a hometown hero. We may take a look at some trending topic. And sometimes we might even find a lesson in a not-so-warm and fuzzy story if we can. I'm Demetra Joe, and I'll see you guys on the next episode right here on What's Going On?
only on Relationship Entertainment Television, Tuesdays at 8 p.m.
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. right here on Relationship Entertainment Television is where you ought to be. That is tonight. That was like 13 minutes ago. So if you're just now getting in the door, we still appreciate you anyway. We do start at 8 p.m. each and every Tuesday right here on Relationship Entertainment Television. If you have not already done so, if you are watching via YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button, all that good stuff, and hit the little bell while you're at it, so that way you get notified each and every time a brand new episode of Millionaire Man Cave or any of the other shows that come on Relationship Entertainment Television as well. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell. That way you get all that good stuff. And then share it with your people. Share it with your family, share it with your friends, just like we asked y'all to do on Facebook and all the other social media outlets. Fellas. It was funny, right quick, before I get into our Black Twitter files and the hot topics and all of this. I was talking to my wife Sunday. She went on a women's retreat, right? I thought it was pretty dope. You know, she was kind of reluctant to go because she was, you know, she's an introvert type person. But she wound up going with one of our neighbors, and they had a good time. They went down to Tybee Island, a beach or whatever, with a service from It Takes Two coaching services. I don't know if y'all remember me mentioning that before when we had my man Sid was on the show with the Gentlemen's Club. They was in the barbershop. Yep. Anyway, the company he's with did the retreat or whatever. So anyway, so she said at the end of the retreat, the person who was heading up the retreat actually gave our show a shout out to the ladies that were there for the retreat to let their husbands know about the show. Because she was saying in the sense that, as women have a tendency of getting away and, having ladies retreats and having trips and girls and things like that. But a lot of us guys, we don't do that. We usually stay home. We ain't into traveling with other dudes and all other good stuff, this, that, and the third. So she was saying that, for guys who maybe want to be introduced into, kicking it with the fellas and, and being a relaxed type of atmosphere and learning and talking and all that other good stuff, to check out the show. And I really thought that was pretty dope. So I said all that to say, wanted to give that, give that group a shout out called the First Wives Club of It Takes Two Marriage and Coaching. Yeah. Shout out to them and, for shouting us out for sure. So definitely wanted to do that. Definitely.
No doubt.
Yeah. But yes, fellas, we do actually take trips. We try to do an annual trip. It usually revolves around football season. However, I think next year it may not revolve around football season. So we always had those conversations about where we like to go. This year we going out Cali. The weekend of December 17th. We're gonna see the Rams take on them Washington Commanders, and then we taking over the city. So if y'all want to come out there, meet us out there for Millionaire Man Cave trip. That's our yearly annual trip. Everybody is widely invited. All fellas, that is, are invited to come out there and join us. So, fellas, if you do come, leave your wives and your children at home.
What's that new saying? It's going to be a movie.
Get yourself in trouble, Mike. You out of that? No. So we actually do take trips and stuff, and we do have a group on Facebook, Millionaire Man Cave group on Facebook. We got a page on Instagram and whatnot. So, fellas, if y'all out there, y'all need that type of outlet, y'all want to talk, about sports, you want to talk about relationships, you want to talk about anything we talk about behind the closed doors of a man cave in private, you can check out those groups, hit us up, all that good stuff, and meet us out in Cali for our yearly trip this year, going out to Cali. So, just wanted to say all that right quick. As I was hoping he would join us, but I guess John ain't going to join us. So I guess I'm going to have to go into the Black X-Files tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do
what's going on in the Black culture.
I don't know if I'm going to get these out the same way John get them out, but I got a couple of them that I was peeping in the culture that's happening. Speaking of sports, did y'all actually see that your boy Mr. Raymond, Usher Raymond, will be the Super Bowl the Super Bowl halftime show?
I think that would be dope because everybody said his show in Vegas is dope. So,
oh yeah. So Donnell about to know about that show in Vegas. That show in Vegas, bruh.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I think he can handle it.
Wait, how you get the hell he got? Was that on purpose?
Fireworks?
Right. Was that on purpose?
I'm a magician.
I'm like, yo, I'm sitting
Too
there
much
like,
magic.
yo, this ninja
Too
got
much
like
magic.
fireworks, and he's like, fireworks on the bitches.
He was
Fireworks on the bitches. Let him go.
to mention the Usher show. So
Yes,
do
Usher.
that.
Exactly. But no, Usher is doing the Super Bowl halftime show this year, presented by Apple Music. We ain't getting sponsored by them, but you know it's presented by Apple Music. If he brings any parts of his Vegas residency to the halftime show, I don't think he'll be able to, Donnell. Well, there were parts of it that was PG-13 or less, but there was but the good parts was yeah. So I don't think he'll bring all of his show to halftime because they already got mad. They get mad at J-Lo for shaking her ass.
Let me tell you something. Speaking of man's trip, you can go to the Usher concert on the man's trip. No boy.
Yes. I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree with Donnell with this one. I'm gonna have to agree with Donnell with this one. This one, and no pause. No, you ain't gotta pause it, dog. You ain't gotta pause it.
Wow.
You ain't gotta pause it.
So I don't think that he's going to actually bring his Vegas show there. I think he's going to do something, spectacular for the show, though. I do think he's going to bring it. So
because he got,
he's Usher,
right? He's Usher. Usher. If you think about it, Usher. Would you consider Usher put Usher in an icon category?
Yeah, he is. Lifetime achievement status, yeah.
You think so, Donna?
He's been on top ever since he came out.
Has
he? I'm trying to think. Honestly.
Oh my God.
I mean, I would think so. Yeah, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt.
But icon status.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't. I guess what I'm, thinking of is, we know him, but like, does whatever generation now know him?
Yeah,
I think so.
He got it. So. He getting ready. He got another album getting ready to come out. I forgot.
But that don't mean nothing. I don't know the next country album coming out.
But you don't listen to country either. Think about it.
They don't listen to R&B like that.
Yeah, they do. They listen to all our music.
Well, he's R&B,
I get what you're saying.
He's R&B with a pop flair.
But they listen to all our music.
Audience.
Let's be real. Listen to all. I was in Atlanta this weekend for work, and one of my coworkers, I can't even tell his full story. I'll just say she knew every single lyric to the Carter 4. Lil Wayne.
She says she told you how nice your hair was and grabbed it.
This guy, your power ain't go back out again. Nah.
Put a disclaimer out there. You come out there with Ty. You go out with Ty in Cali. You might be jealous that he getting all the attention.
No, not at all. Anyway, back to Usher.
You going and residency. Cody back there like, huh?
Listen, and if you order an Angry Orchard,
no snitches on this damn shit. This is
that dude.
What goes on? You know what?
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right, okay.
I didn't say anything happened. I just said you get all the attention.
Okay.
Anywho, Angry Orchard.
Yeah, So Usher. So who would we got?
Regardless of what you drinking, when you at the bar, order an Angry Orchard with your boys and see what happens.
With your chest out. With your chest out.
Nah, don't do it with your chest out. Do it like you don't care who's watching.
Oh man. But yeah. Usher, I think the show's gonna be nice. I don't think it'll be up to Prince standard because Prince by far has had the best Super Bowl halftime show.
So I was gonna ask you,
I don't think it could be top 3.
When was that? 1990 what?
1999.
I don't know. Yeah, what 99? I don't remember. Who your top 3? Who your top 3 Super Bowl halftime performers?
The one last year.
The one really? Rihanna drank
last year?
The one with 50 Cent.
That was year
Eminem
before
and
last year was Rihanna.
The hip
Was
hop.
the year before last.
was that year before
Yeah,
last?
Yeah, Rihanna was last year.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Dre and all his
right.
crew.
Yeah,
You're right.
Rihanna was last year, and then the other joint, the one you talk
That
about,
Rihanna
that's
joint was
definitely
kinda tight.
that 50 Snoop and all
That
that's
joint was
in my
crazy.
top three. That's in my top three for sure. Who else in your top three?
Janet Jackson.
Yep, that's my other one. I remember I was at work when that happened, watching this little raggedy TV, and I was like, "Oh man, I missed it." And
Hey, fire the cameraman for that one.
yo, man, that's what. So I mean, I'm there with you, Donnell. Mike? What's in your top three?
That would be mine. Same as mine. I mean, I can't really think of too many more, to be honest with you.
Y'all wouldn't put Mike in there?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. You know,
what was that? 1970? What?
Say what?
70.
Popping up on all sides of the stadium. That drink was fire to me.
That's how his head gonna caught on fire.
That was that Pepsi commercial. But nah, that drink, I wouldn't put it in my top three, but that's damn sure in my top five.
Let me tell you something. That Prince joint was so tight. I go back and rewatch it from time to time.
Oh yeah,
like it was a real concert.
Because the whole Purple Rain scene with the damn scene, like it started to rain, like then on the damn, that was dope.
Minnesota. Was it when we played Indianapolis?
No, I don't know when it was.
I know it rained though. When he was hitting that Purple Rain.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been in Minnesota because they got a dome. You could
not have scripted that better.
Nah, it wasn't in Minnesota. It wasn't in Minnesota. It was in Miami. I think it was in Miami. If I'm not mistaken. I believe that one was in Miami. But yeah, so there's some other ones that's been quote unquote memorable, I guess. I mean,
Garth Brooks.
What he sing?
I had no idea. I don't even know if he did
exactly. Then it wasn't memorable. it wasn't memorable, dog. You can't even say what he said. It wasn't memorable at all. You just
Achy Breaky Heart. That's the only song I know he's done.
He's doing the
only
honky
song I
tonk.
know by Garth. No, wait.
Is that his song?
No,
Achy Breaky Heart ain't his, is it?
That's
No,
Cyrus
break
dude.
my heart.
Billy Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus' father.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus' dad. He was Achy Breaky Heart, I think.
What about the Boot Scoot Boogie?
You see, you ain't think I know. I told you I listen to all that, Donnell. Listen to all that. You know, so again,
I don't.
So yeah,
all I know is that Prince joint was top, and it cannot be topped. Period.
It could have been top if never mind.
And I guarantee you, a rack of people who saw the Beyonce joint think it was probably top. But then again,
that's because them Beyonce fans is worse than the Taylor Swift fans.
So speaking of Taylor Swift, thank you, Mike, for bringing that up. Did you see the Taylor Swift game the other day?
Yeah, I saw the Taylor Swift game.
Yes,
what game she played?
I saw it.
She played for Kansas City.
Yep.
Did you see the game for real?
That's all it was about was Taylor Swift.
That every time Travis Kelce touched the field, they showed Taylor Swift. And they literally showed Taylor Swift while plays were going on. And I was like, yo, show the field. We don't want to see this shit every 5 seconds.
Right, get off her ball. You know what I'm saying? We tired of looking at women.
But they know what they doing, dog. The NFL, they are marketing genius because Travis Kelce's jerseys went up like 400%.
400% since Sunday, dog.
Yeah. I mean,
and why didn't we invest in
know how to take
NFL jerseys?
Why didn't we invest in, you mean, Travis Kelce jerseys?
Yeah. They said that all these people now, all these Swifties are going to be tuning in to Kansas City games just to see if they can see Taylor. It's crazy, man. I mean,
so
her fans are like out there.
Yes, they're the Swifties is what they're called.
Swifties, yep.
Swifties. So, all right. So since we go ahead and talk about my man Travis Kelce, and as in lieu of John always says, well, what this got to do about being black? Since it's supposed to be Black X-Files, let's bring it 365. So Travis Kelce actually did date a black chick. Did you know
he got
that?
swag? Yeah, he got swag.
Did you know that? And so my issue, my thing is this: they say once you go black, you never go back. He obviously went back, and he went back, like Mike said, for this.
Yeah.
He went. This was what he had. For now, he got this. Now he got this.
But she's Taylor Swift.
Dog, I don't give a damn. Look at that. Look at that, Mike, and look at this. You notice anything?
You must like what you see. You must like what you see.
Right. Hey, you know what he like? Here, go back here. That you see that pole? That's
Keep
what,
zooming.
I can't even zoom in anymore. That pole.
Go down.
Yeah,
Go down
I want to see your
zoom.
tattoo. I want to see your tattoo.
I want to see what her ankle look like.
Bend over, touch your ankles.
Well, you are. Donnell is a foot dude. You know he
I said ankle. Goddamn it.
Yeah, she's nice. I didn't know anything about her.
Yeah,
but people been telling me about her now, you know, but I didn't know
her name is Kayla Nicole.
Yep,
Kayla Nicole is her name. But no, seriously though, like that.
They was together for a while. They were together for
I wonder why they broke up. Real talk. I do wonder why they broke up because he went from that to this.
But hold on now. Time out.
All right.
When you say that to this, we don't know officially that there's a this.
She bad.
We don't know officially that what's a this. That the two of them together?
Yeah, because if you look at
they trying to keep it low key, but they together.
No, but they already admitted
they said it's in the beginning, so they're just seeing each other.
Did you see them? Did you see them walking? Each other. Did you see him walking in the
after
not the locker room, but like
after when he was leaving the stadium?
Like that, Joe just looked like they was just friends because he wasn't holding her hand. Like he was like moving his way.
Do you hold your girl hand everywhere, your wife hand everywhere you go?
No.
Okay.
But not even that.
But hold on now. I would if it was a crowd of people and we was trying to you know what I'm saying, navigate through.
But they wasn't around.
But he got the bodyguards all around.
They were literally just walking around the corner. But
yeah, but he was like inching his way.
So first
you know what I'm saying? Like to me,
we don't know what the angle. We don't know what the angle was of a hall. I don't know if it was a hallway, a corner, or what. So when they came around the corner, no, hear me out. So we don't know what that angle was like. So in my opinion, what it would have looked like to me though, Donnell, he looked like. All right, go to sleep then. He looked like go to sleep then. Shit, you want to go to sleep? Go to sleep then. He looked like to me that he was shocked that he seen a rack of cameras coming around the corner. Like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting to see all these cameras coming around the corner. And here I am with my shit.
He better not be shocked. He better not be shocked anymore.
Oh no, because he
now that the Swifties got him in
their bruh. Yes. So that's what it looked like to me. And then think about it though, Donnell. Think of how many celebrities have relationships and they don't want everybody in their damn business for whatever stupid reason. You know, I don't want people to know this.
No.
To know that.
First and foremost,
I ain't gonna say stupid reason. Go ahead, Donnell. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you can't make that comment and bring it to an NFL football game.
It was a bet. Supposedly it was a bet. He said to her, I see how you packed out whatever the name of the damn stadium is in Kansas City. Come see how I pack it out. And so I came to your concert. She was on tour this summer. He came to her concert.
He should have said, you should come see how I'm packing.
Well, he could have meant that. But if you see, was she not packing? You know, yo, there are some thick white women, and this damn show ain't one of them.
He should have went after Scarlett.
Yeah, that jump's a little deflated.
Yo. Anyway, back to my
little
air out.
Master Talk, Kansas.
Yo, so I'm saying though, a lot of them don't want them to know what's going on. So supposedly it was like a little bet type thing. I see how you packed it out. Now come see how I do it. And that's how that's why the whole conversation that I've heard anyway.
So that sounds like a flirt.
Would like, damn,
Hey,
you got her in there. You got her in there with the mother already. His mother was in the joint.
Hold up. So even if it was a flirt, you flirting, you shooting your shot with Taylor Swift, and you got her.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, like all the cameras is on her. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Display what they call it, PDA.
So, all right, I understand that, and I think this is what I was going to say when Ty was saying about celebrities not wanting people in their business, because what if it don't work? What if it's just a 4-week thing? You don't want everybody all getting in on it, and then it doesn't even work out.
I just feel like at that point, you know what I'm saying? You bring it to an NFL game. You bring it to an NFL game. It's one thing to show up on her own, but like you bring it to an NFL game, people already like you beyond that stage of people not knowing or people. I don't know. I just feel like you.
How you know he brought her? How you know she didn't just come?
I don't.
They left. Everybody
knows.
All you saw.
But everybody know who she was with or hit there to see.
She was with his moms.
Hey man, I be with your moms all the time.
Oh Lord, mercy. Let me call up your moms. I got it on speed dial.
She won't be doing hair after this, so we good.
Mike, I wouldn't take that if I was you.
Nah, because I had to tell your moms to get that monkey back to a landing strip.
Off her landing strip.
Yeah, had to tell her to get that monkey off her landing strip.
Terrible. It might be a newborn monkey. She old.
Silverback.
We sit here talking about moms, and we got this lady on the screen. Like, what we doing with that? Oh, I ain't know I can zoom in. She got a football purse.
Oh, you can zoom in.
Oh, yeah. Now you got me trying to zoom in.
Y'all some damn perverts. I'll send it to you in the chat later.
Appreciate that. No, I can't. Oh, now she bad though. She bad, but we don't know what her mental is like. We don't know what kind of game she's bringing. We don't know what kind of game Taylor's bringing and what kind of mental she's got.
Who cares?
So,
we're not dating them.
I mean,
I will say this though, regardless of I'm with Donnell. Who cares? We ain't dating them, but whatever they doing together, it's damn sure a line in his pockets for this jersey sales to jump up 400% in a matter of literally 2.5 days. So,
and if he was smart, he's gonna switch the game back up.
Go back.
I don't know who he gonna go get after Swifty, but
yeah. Oh. Ain't you yet?
Go back to Kayla Nicole.
Well, not that I know.
Hey, going back to Kayla Nicole.
Go get a European chick. Get his sales over there.
Mediterranean chick.
Speaking of chicks, and I do mean chicks as in birds. As in birds. So, all right. So I hear people argue all the time that we need to let the younger generation be the younger generation because we have had our share of ratchetness back in our day. Hence Freaknik, hence, Black Bike Week, hence Lil' Kim, hence Foxy Brown, all them people like that, right?
Adina Howard.
Adina Boom Boom Howard, yes. All them good people.
She can sing too.
Yeah,
go ahead, though.
She decent.
Yeah.
But I listen to and try to keep up with some of the stuff that this younger generation does and listen to.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. So more power to you.
Well, let me go ahead and introduce you into a song. No.
I don't think they're ready.
Wait.
I swallow his kids.
I'm sorry.
God.
If there are any young kids in the room, please leave the room right now. please leave the room right now. Because I don't want to expose your kids to what they should not already be listening to that they probably already damn listening to. So with that being said, let's go back to the title of this song.
Oh my God.
I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach. His kids, I swallow. His kids, I swallow. His kids, I swallow. I don't got no stomach, bitch. I'm hollow. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach.
Yo, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. I can't believe you played that.
Yo.
Where you find that from? Shame on you.
That was funny to
I
me.
know that ain't a real song. It's got to be a parody.
Where did you find that? Shame on you for playing that song, man.
This is what these kids are listening to. I promise you. This is what these kids is listening to. So can you make the comparison?
Oh my God.
Can you make the comparison? Mike, you gotta stop laughing so I can stop laughing. Can you make the comparison of a Foxy Brown, a Lil' Kim, to this shit?
Don't play it again.
I don't think they're ready. Princess, let's talk. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why, man? Why? And I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about her. Why? How could you record that?
First of all, you had her little brother was on a recorder that he learned in elementary school with the
Oh my God.
Young. That is hilarious.
Yeah, where did you find that? That is not a real song, dog. It is not.
Where did you find that time?
Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook.
She a comedian or something.
Facebook I was like, is she seriously saying what I think she's saying? Like, you putting, how nasty are you?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
How nasty are you talking about I swallow his kids and you gonna say about it, talking about you got an empty stomach. Girl.
She hollow. I guess she's swallowing a lot of kids.
Oh, hey, yo. But see, real talk, this is what some of these kids is be listening to. They are listening to this. I'm done.
Baby, I'm a thick bitch, fat bitch, thick lips, not this. I can't waste a package. I'm planning to do some damage.
All right, okay, I'm done.
I ain't even get this
far.
So
moral is, if you get a link from Ty early in the morning, or period, if you in a meeting, be careful with
definitely don't pull it up. Right?
Could you imagine you in a meeting? I can't even repeat the song.
We can run it back.
No.
Secret. I can tell him.
Management will be like, he did what? Put me on. It's like, nah. That's it.
I swallow his kids. I swallow.
Hey, young. Can you dance to that in the club? And yo, at what point in time you in the club that Drake come on, all the dudes gotta stop dancing. All the dudes gotta stop dancing. You can't dance to that, bro. But you can't dance to that, bro. You can't.
Oh my God. Hey, but look, flip the script. It made me think about something. Like, you know how they always say you never forget your first time? And this is for guys. I feel like you can never forget the first time a girl swallowed on you.
Swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach.
Hey, I'm done. I get the disclaimer, right? I did put the disclaimer on at the beginning of the show, right?
Yes, you did.
I did, right? Okay.
Don't dance in the club. Oh, guys on.
Make sure the disclaimer was up there because Mike is taking this show far to the left.
It's
Kids,
another
I
minute.
swallow. It's kids, I swallow.
Okay. I'm done with her. Because she ain't the worst of it.
Experience.
She ain't the worst of it, Donnell. She ain't the worst of it.
Not.
We all got daughters, so we really got to watch what these kids watch and listen to. Because then you got y'all heard it. What's her name? Sexy Red.
I don't know anything about this broad. I know she all over the news though.
Well, let's figure out why she's a rap artist. I forget one of her songs name. It ain't I Swallow His Kids, but she also came out with a lip gloss line.
Gloss brand, and the names for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice, and coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good.
Oh my
and
God.
it's so like, you know, people gonna talk but other people was like, you is a marketing genius because the so fast. And it smell good too. I be thinking of all out the box. It's not even on purpose. It's just like my brain helped me think outside the box to do some crazy shit.
Why you want to put gonorrhea or yellow discharge on your lips? Ew. Just ew.
Yes, I swallow. I don't have my stomach, bitch.
Hey yo,
this generation right here. Oh my God.
So just imagine what it's gonna be 10 years, 20 years from now.
Right.
Hold up, but where can it go from here? Oh my God.
Nicole was right. Where is her village?
Encouraging the foolishness.
She said, somebody told me I was a marketing genius.
Yes. Gonorrhea. Like a couple of them I could see as provocative as
nope, let's listen to them again, Mike. Nope, let's listen to them
again.
One more time, Mike.
Nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the
color
of some nut.
Can I
got
pause
one called
this?
Gonorrhea.
Yeah, I can pause this. Okay.
Cancel.
First of all,
Cancel.
Mike, she says she got one called Nut. Is that one that you want on your lips?
Hold on. First of all, I ain't wearing no lip gloss.
So what if she have
we talk about women.
What if she have on nut and she kiss you?
The next one, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea.
No.
Or would you be like, you got nut on your lips?
I bet y'all would too.
Gonorrhea.
It's green.
Or would you be like,
gonorrhea.
would you be like, in the moment, would you be like, take that nut off your face?
Here go a rag.
You're right. Wipe that nut off your face before you kiss me.
So
you still gonna kiss her?
And it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls
so
have
those two
discharge.
right there, gonorrhea and yellow discharge. Why would you put that on your lips? Why would you want to put that on your lips?
Why would you want to put nut on your lips?
A woman now. We talk about women. I don't know.
Why would you want to put
it
gonorrhea?
Doesn't matter.
Why would you want to put gonorrhea on your lips?
It'll be transferred.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna transfer to you.
Hole pink, booty hole.
Pussy hole pink, booty hole brown. You want one called booty hole brown on your lips too?
Hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good. And it's so like, you know, people gonna talk but other people was like, you is a marketing genius because
who are these other people? Who are these other people?
You is not a marketing genius.
Who are these other people, Sexy Red?
If it was a man lip gloss, it'd be Big Toenail. Toe Jam.
Who said this chick is a marketing genius? That's my question. But she's supposed to be a rapper. Sexy Red.
She is on posts everywhere. She's on posts everywhere. And I don't know who she is.
It'd be like bathroom fart.
Hey, it can't be any different than poopery.
His kids, I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach.
I want her to not have on a wired bra though. It's the beer. I done had a few of these. Why she got a wide bra on? You know? Like she could at least do something sexy.
Nicole says she does not have a village. Something sexy. Did you see her backup dances?
No.
Did you look at
his kids? I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach. His kids.
That one didn't have no kind of wire because she was hanging loose.
You see his backup dances. You see the fourth one?
I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow. There. I don't got no stomach, bitch. I'm hollow.
She ain't saying nothing.
No, at all.
She ain't.
Oh, he took himself off.
Right.
Well, I guess it's just me and you.
I cannot, man. I cannot.
You cannot.
And these kids will buy it too.
Yes, they
will.
Won't
you?
They will.
Post up at the high school, knock them playing that jump.
Yo.
Seems like you're ready.
Oh God. FBI, even the DEA would be at your door.
Kids, now they swimming in my
stomach. The KGB would come to get you.
They swimming in my stomach. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids.
Okay, that looked like a push-up. It looked like a push-up. Maybe she ain't gotten much.
We supposed to have a serious conversation after this.
So you saying she got a training bra on? Yeah.
Hold on. Ty, did you just say we supposed to have a serious conversation and you the one that played it?
Since Donnell ain't here. Yo, all right. No. Because I'm like, my mind is blown. So only reason I brought it up, only reason I brought it up is because the damn song sucks. It is garbage for starters. Second of all,
it's not a real song. It can't be a real song. Dog.
This is what. Yes, she's got a video. It's a real song.
Hold on. A real song. Anybody can make a video.
Anybody can make
and put it on the internet.
Hey, I could forward you a song from the 80s. You'll probably be like, okay.
I bet you in the next 2 weeks you're gonna hear that joint thumping in somebody's trunk riding down one of these streets, riding down 202 or riding down damn North Tryon here in North Carolina. Watch, you gonna hear it. You can be like, yo, I'm telling you, that's what them kids y'all gonna be sick. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because I was about to cross the line for a second. I was about to cross the line for a second, but just make sure you listen to whatever your kids listening to. Know what your kids listening to.
So I'm going to send that to both of my sons and ask them if they heard it.
I used to listen to this, Joe. Tell them about to forward it to you. I'm about to forward it to the group chat. And that Joan is way not appropriate.
Was it R. Kelly song?
Something me and your mother made when we was in the moment.
Jesus, really?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's the bed. Don't shoot me. Hey, look, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom so bad. I can't debate whether I go to the bathroom or get another bed.
Did you say Donnell?
He getting twisted. He said he don't know whether to go to the bathroom or get another beer, and he got to go. BWP, I remember that.
Put your lips against mine, put your tongue in my mouth.
I remember that joint.
And then my hands start to travel south. I take out your dick, stick it down my throat. I'm loving it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to
I swallow his kids. I swallow. I don't got my stomach, bitch. I'm hollow. I swallow.
And how long ago was Akinelli's put it in my mouth joint? Put it in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
And refuse to choke. I know you wanna come, but baby, not yet. Oh.
Now this don't suck. That song sucked. I remember.
Great is a soft, but not even a soft, a hardcore porno to music.
But the put it in your mouth joint, Akinelli joint was that joint was all right. The beat, that joint was all right.
You used to sing that, John?
Put it in your mouth. I put it in your mouth, bitch. Stop.
Hey, Ty, he used to rap the female version. The female.
Hey, young. We doing a commercial because y'all are crazy. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, I need a refill.
Crazy as hell.
Hey, it's your girl Tia Robertson. I'm the host of Entrepreneur Insider. Right here on IETV, every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern for entrepreneurs and news that you need to know about. See you there.
Welcome back, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Millionaire Man Cave right here on Relationship Entertainment Television, better known as RETV. Y'all could have chose to be anywhere, but y'all chose to be with us on 8 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's what time the show starts. So make sure you on time next time if you're not actually gonna be a part of the show. What I was about to say, I don't remember, but it's that time of the show we actually get into
round 3.
We because we gonna leave old girl and all right, my bad.
Stop, man. Stop.
My bad. I just had to do it one time. We actually get serious, y'all. So for those, sometimes we get serious, and this must not be one of them nights.
But it might be somebody that's watching, like
exactly
right.
It might, real talk. But what we talking about tonight, Donnell?
I'm talking about affirmative action.
Affirmative action, yeah.
Affirmative action.
Talking about affirmative action. So I think we got to get off the those that last stuff. That was We had to grow up. We grew up during the commercial. We grew up in the commercial. All right.
So do y'all believe? Are y'all for or against affirmative action?
For. I am still for in 2023 because it's still not equal.
Yeah. Go ahead. No. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I do not believe things are equal, so I'm definitely for it. I don't think it should be used as a crutch, but I do definitely believe that we deserve to be looked at where we would normally not get a chance to be looked at in all aspects of life, not just in school or workplace. Hell, they even put it. They even got it in sports. Excuse me, in sports with coaching, where they have to. What's the Rooney Rule? What's the
Rooney Rule?
Yeah, the Rooney Rule. Where when organizations are looking for a new head coach, they have to interview at least one, or is it one or three? There's a certain number. It's like between 1 and 3 applicants of color, African Americans, or I don't believe necessarily has to be Black, but I believe you can also be Native American, or but it can't just be a pool of white coaches. So it's in sports too. It's not just in what we would think is your everyday, your school systems and your workplaces and and things like that. So
we have to remember that there is a majority, and it's human nature for people to surround themselves with what they're familiar with. It's human nature. So we have to force sometimes, we have to force a hand to help people understand that there are more qualified applicants, there are more qualified students than just what you're familiar with. Mm-hmm. And that's what affirmative action does for me. That's why I agree with it.
Yeah. So you're saying strictly based on giving.
Hold on, pause down there for a second. Can you not talk to me with your mouth full?
Stop swallowing your kids.
My bad.
You would swallow your own kids.
I swallow his kids, now they swimming in.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot my train of thought.
Affirmative action, man. I mean,
affirmative action. You don't believe
you would get ready to give a counterpoint.
No, I was gonna say. So you're saying give a person an opportunity, not based on race, but based on what?
Merit. Hold on. What are you asking? I don't know where you're going.
You said there's other things. You said it's human nature to do what now?
To surround yourself with people you're familiar with.
Right.
With what's familiar.
And so without affirmative action, what is that? Okay, so all right. So without affirmative action, what does that look like for you?
So without affirmative action, that means that these corporations that are all, basically all white males, they are only going to look at other white males.
Yo, let me tell you something that was super hilarious to me. Now that you say that, Mike, there was a company I worked for not too long ago. And when I got there, I realized in leadership, meaning the executive suites, the executive, C-suite members, they call them, or executive members, were all white. Right? CEO, COO, the CFO, all them people was white people, right? And so it kind of bothered me for a second because I realized that the majority of the people who work help desk or who work like support, like people who were on the phone were all Black. I work in IT, and I'm like one of a couple spots, and then there's other, most everybody else majority white, and then there's some Indian people in there, and Native American people, whatever they want to call. I think these are truly Indian people over there, right? So I say something to one of the executives because they made themselves that type of relationship. They built that type of culture where you can literally talk to an executive if you see him in the hallway and just chop it up with him about anything and everything, right?
Okay.
Pretty dope.
That's good.
And so I felt comfortable enough to ask specifically because right after we had just had like a town hall or something, they were talking about diversifying the company. And so I went to him and I was like, yo, so what about diversifying leadership and management? Because it appears that there's not that much, in leadership and management that there is much diversity. And I didn't go deep into it. I didn't say, oh, there's not a lot of black people or this, that, and the third. I just left it at there didn't seem there was a lot of diversity. He said that was something that was on their agenda for the upcoming years for the company in itself, to diversify its leadership so that way for X, Y, and Z. It's probably because they were getting ready to go public, truth be told. So I was like, okay, cool beans, bet. I realized after a year or two started to go by, their form of diversification was hiring white women. So it went from all white men to now we diversifying because now we got women in some of our executive leadership roles.
And it's unfortunate. Now I do applaud them for hiring women because, again, they are a minority in business too.
Agreed.
I mean, it is majority white male, and they need to be forced to hire women as well. So I'm not going to put anything on that, but I guess all I'm saying is that sometimes you have to force somebody to look. That's all we're saying. We're saying that your pool is not just that pool over there. Your pool is this whole pool. And what I want to say real quick was a lot of opposition to affirmative action. They'll say, well, I won't say opposition, but just you'll hear things like they're keeping qualified white men from getting the jobs because you're giving them to, a black man or whatever. But that black man is qualified too.
And that's not what it means.
Yeah, it's not what it means. But I do want to point that out, that just to negate that whole attitude is we're qualified too. They're not, it's not like they're giving some CEO position to a guy with a GED, to some black guy with a GED just because he's black.
But what's wrong with that?
Hold on, for real.
I'm asking. Yeah, let's go deep. What's wrong with that?
Okay, hold on. So you want to take it to a whole that's an entirely different conversation about GED versus bachelor's degree. That's a completely different conversation. Because that is a conversation to be had. Do we really need, or does a person really need a college education? Sometimes no. But to keep it to the affirmative action point and the point of qualified applicants, there's a pool of qualified applicants out there. That pool is not just one color. That pool is just not one demographic. It could be any demographic. It could be any pool. As long as they're qualified, you should look at them. That's what affirmative action does. It forces you to look beyond your normal scope.
Okay, so
that's it.
You're saying being qualified, and what is that based on? And I guess my follow-up question is, you saying it's the whole GED subject or topic is a whole nother conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But why wouldn't a person with a GED be qualified to do a job?
Well, and so I agree with you. First of all, that's why I said it's a different conversation, because we wanted to keep it towards affirmative action. That was just one point I was making. But to that point, no. I mean, qualifications are whatever's the qualification for that job. It's who can effectively perform the duties of that job.
But let's be real.
That does not always require a college education.
And let's be real for a second. We know there are a lot of cases that there have been situations where there has been a white person who has gone into a job without the qualifications that a black qualified candidate has had, And the white person, whether it had been college or not, and the white person wound up getting it anyway, getting the leg up, despite the fact that the black person had, college credentials and letters behind their names. The white person either went and dropped out, or hell, they never went in the first place and still wound up getting a job in some cases. So,
you're right.
Bring it back to the whole affirmative action thing. They still, if it wasn't for the fact of affirmative action, the black applicant would have probably never have been seen in the first place. But that's why
White Bubba got the job over Black Dr. Cecil, and
that's really one of the issues that I have with the whole EEOE thing. When you apply for a job or you're applying for credit or whatever, you got to put on the application your specific race. Are you black? Why? Are you white? Are you if does it matter? And supposedly it's to make sure that we get those opportunities. So that way, when they see that, you had 100 applicants, and out of those 100 applicants, 25 of them were black, you need to make sure that you see, 10 of them, out of the other, ones that you need to pull or whatever. Yep. So.
Yeah, you're right.
It helps. It helps.
It does. It helps. I mean, I want to bring two illustrations to it. One is the names, like parents, who decide not to name their kids ethnic names. They give their kids names that are general, or that's not the word I want to use, but they're non-specific, because on some of these higher ups, some of them we'll see an ethnic name and pass right over them. I mean, the second point I was going to make was, I mean, it's not a point, but it made me think about Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is a comedian, right? And he made his comedic name Jamie because it was unisex. Because at the time they were looking for more female comics, so he used the name Jamie to get more gigs. I mean, so in other words, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that people are always looking through tunnels, and affirmative action helps you to broaden that tunnel. Qualified or not.
Well, I mean,
broaden your tunnel.
So what about like colleges and universities doing away? Have you heard about the Supreme Court ruling, the overturning of affirmative action for colleges and universities?
Yeah,
that happened like a couple months ago, or whatnot. Yeah, I definitely heard about that. And that same situation, though. Honestly, same situation.
Situation.
Thinking about schools, especially some of the PWIs. That is affirmative action will probably be, if probably not. It's probably it's the reason why we have HBCUs, because we were not accepted into PWIs. We weren't even getting looked, for PWIs on our applications. So because we still wanted that education, we had to create our own, education system to go to specifically for African Americans or for blacks. So, there goes affirmative action right there. Had you just accepted our asses in the first place, we wouldn't have HBCUs. So thank you, because I'm proud of my HBCU. So yeah, you did something right. You screwed us over, and we made lemonade out of lemons.
There you go. Which we always have. I mean,
go ahead. For those who don't know, we got a sound bite for the viewers, because I think we can go a little bit deeper into, what I'm saying, or at least educate, for those who have younger kids who, I guess maybe plan on going to college after high school or seeking higher education, how it will affect those graduating high school students.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
Court effectively ended race-conscious admissions policies at colleges and universities across the country. In a pair of rulings along ideological lines, the court invalidated admissions programs at Harvard and the University of North Carolina. NPR Legal Affairs correspondent Nina Totenberg reports.
The decision reverses decades of precedent upheld over the years by narrow Supreme Court majorities. Chief Justice John Roberts, a longtime critic of affirmative action programs, wrote the decision for the court majority. Many universities, he said, have for too long concluded wrongly that the touchstone of an individual's identity is not challenges bested, skills built, or lessons learned, but the color of their skin. Our constitutional history does not tolerate that choice. Noting that the court's most recent affirmative action decision in 2003 had suggested that there would have to be an end to such programs at some future point, Roberts essentially said that time has now come.
It feels tragic.
Columbia University President Lee Bollinger has for 30 years been a leading proponent of affirmative action.
It feels like the country has been on a course of choosing between a continuation of the great era of civil rights and another view of we've done this long enough and we need a whole new approach in the society. It's now the second choice.
That sentiment echoed Justice Sonia Sotomayor's dissent. The court, she said, entrenches protection by further entrenching racial inequality in education, the very foundation of our democratic government and pluralistic society. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, the court's first black female justice, chimed in, quote, "With a let-them-eat-cake obliviousness," she said, "the majority pulls the ripcord and announces colorblindness for all by legal fiat. But deeming race irrelevant in law," she said, "does not make it so in life." Indeed, the reality is that in those places where affirmative action has been eliminated, there's been a severe drop in minority and particularly African American admissions. NYU law professor Melissa Murray was the acting dean at the University of California, Berkeley in 2016 and 17, when a state referendum barred the use of race in college admissions decisions.
There was an immediate drop-off in the number of African-American students. And that was both a confluence of the change in the admissions policy, but also African-American students not wanting to go under those conditions. People want to be with other people like them. They don't want to be spotlighted.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not true. It just got a little too long for me. It was losing my...
It was too what for you?
It was an extended period of conversation.
Say we need something to talk about.
I mean,
in my stomach, I swallow his kids.
My man Ty.
That's Mike, because it's too long for him.
Whoa. All right. So anyway, I mean, am I?
Ty.
No, me. I was. Go ahead.
Oh. Nah, I was just gonna say that I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, you know, and I do realize that my personal opinion reflects many. You know, I don't hold opinions that normally are isolated to only a few, but my opinion is that without, I mean, I've already been there. I was just going to say it again. I mean, I don't want to go over it all over again, but they really need to realize that if they don't force the option, or if they don't force people to look at other options, they're not going to.
So I had a conversation with, you know, my kids, and you know, my kids are younger than y'all kids. You know what I'm saying?
Same age.
Well, not mine. I'm talking about like, well, yeah, but you know, the conversation was, you know, at this point, like, you have to be more than just a straight A student, because, at least in my opinion, you know what I mean, when the Supreme, you know what I'm saying, court overturned affirmative action for colleges and universities, you know what I'm saying, like, I feel like there's going to be, like, it's going to, you know, I feel like HBCU enrollment is going to, you know what I'm saying, skyrocket. Okay.
And what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is it's going to make it harder for black kids to go to HBCUs because now everybody
is going to be
because the admissions is going to go up. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't have housing for everybody.
No, but I also think that winds up putting more opportunity, more money, and more things in the pockets of an HBCU in order to step their game up to meet the level of some of these PWIs.
We don't know
that.
We don't know. Yeah, I really do, because I think one for starters. Oh, you said will it? I don't know. Will it? We don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I mean, I think it will put a lot of money back into the school system of HBCUs than we are currently getting now. And it would probably make it a lot, I would hope that it would make it even more even across the board. Because we know there are certain HBCUs that get money. I mean,
and think about it like this, Ty, like in the masses, there are not a lot of HBCUs in comparison.
Oh, no, there's way more PWIs than HBCUs.
Of course.
That's my point.
I mean, you're talking like 50 to 200.
So
the ratio.
Yeah. So again, the more we can pool our money and go into our own institutions, the better we can build up our stuff to be. Our stuff,
Okay, let me just say this. And I'm not saying this is like the norm. But let's just say you had Clifford. Clifford was a 4.2 student.
Big red dog.
He was a 4.2 student. You know what I'm saying? Anything academia, he did well.
Well, T.I. do got a hell of a vocabulary.
And so he would probably, at least in my mind, he would probably be the one to apply to a Harvard or a Brown.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or some type of Ivy League school, right?
Okay.
And he very well may get in.
And is Clifford black or white?
Huh? Clifford is black. I'm talking all black students.
Okay.
Versus Tyrone, who might be a 2.5, GPA overall, who's good, not necessarily an academia, but more like a, like I'm trying to see what these women's do. You know what I mean? His chances are, at least, like the way I'm kind of describing it, his chances are least likely to get into a PWI unless he's an athlete, right? But he, he has a better chance of going to a HBCU. So if you take that away from what did I say his name was?
Tyrone.
If you take that opportunity away from Tyrone, because now the Cliffords of the black communities are going to HBCUs, what about them?
Okay, hold on, Mike. Hold on, one quick second. Hold on, Mike. What up, Toya?
What's up, Toya?
But Donnell, this is, and the reason I just want to pause you right quick 1 second, Mike, is this is what I'm saying. Tyrone has already took himself out of the running because you got to be. Listen. What I'm saying. The reason I say Tyrone has already taken himself out of the running at the PWI, just even if he got a Clifford with him, you got to be delusional.
I was never saying that Tyrone was going to a PWI.
No, I'm not. I'm just in that scenario that you gave. Hold on.
I said Clifford was likely to go to a PWI.
Right. But
now Clifford has to go to an HBCU, which knocks out Tyrone.
But correct. No, hear me out. Right. I hear what you're saying. Let me get to my point. So the applications are put in, right? And like you said, one is going to get bumped out just because of the fact that Clifford got his shit together. He got 4.2, blah blah blah. So that bumps Clifford never even had
2.5 Tyrone, right?
Tyrone never even had a chance, right? But you guys, so what affirmative action does to me, what I believe it is they both get those applications. And yeah, you're right. He may get bumped out because of the fact of, Clifford, but that's what they're looking at anyway. Even if you have a pool of 50 black kids, they're always going to go based on your grade before they go based on anything else.
That's true.
They're going to go based because every school wants to, and PWI and HBCU.
Yes,
I get that, but you know what I'm saying, in terms of like the average, the average might be the 2.5, which allows Tyrone to go to a HBCU,
which is great. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, but
that's what I'm saying. You are now knocking out a Tyrone from potentially being enrolling as a freshman at a HBCU. because of affirmative
because
action.
you have so many more 4.0 students
applying to HBCU.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, but again, my point is Tyrone.
You use up all your slots.
Wasn't going to be looked at anyway because of Tyrone's grade. So Tyrone,
but it shouldn't be like that though.
I get you. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be. I'm just saying that.
Hold up. So what Donnell's saying right now is, as of right now, there's an avenue for those 2.5 students.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
that
disagreeing
avenue
with
may
Donnell.
not be there anymore.
Yeah,
that avenue may not be there anymore.
I'm not disagreeing with Donnell. I'm not disagreeing with Donnell.
PWI students are going to HBCUs.
If Tyrone took his ass to class and studied, he would put himself in the running in the first place. We wouldn't have this damn conversation.
Hey, go ahead. I didn't have my shit together. So I know where we coming from.
So yeah,
when I started school, I was only accepted to one school. And that was partly because my mama knew people in the admissions office.
Gotcha.
But I got in. And I didn't do anything with it. I didn't do anything with it. But, then I got myself together years later and went back to school. But anyway, the point is, there was an avenue for me. I didn't quite have myself together coming out of high school. There was an avenue for secondary education for me that may not be there if all the PWI Black students are now forced to be in HBCUs.
Well, let's say this. We don't know about the current PWI students. The potential Black students that could go to PWIs.
Right. I'm kind of going in that route. Like, if this was to happen, if all of this transpired, then the result would be many 4.0, 4 plus students would not be able to get into PWIs anymore, or certain PWIs anymore, and would be forced to accept, I don't even want to say it that way, but would be forced to accept that HBCU scholarship now,
Good. Let us, and I'm not a segregationalist, if that's a word. If it ain't, it is now. However, I do believe that we do need to build into our own as much as everybody else does. So whether that be our school systems, our neighborhoods, our infrastructure, whatever the case may be, we need to build into our own as much as we build into everybody else's, and maybe we will then have some sort of a shot of a fair playing field at some point in time.
I wish that was true, Ty. The unfortunate part is we are our worst enemy.
No. That's so no. So what you're saying is it can be true, but we still will be our worst enemy. I get what
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. We are our worst enemy, but it could be and it should be true. Thank you, Toy said absolutely. It should be true. We should be supporting our own. We should be buying into our own homes and our own businesses and supporting our own schools, teaching our own curriculums and all of these things, and we wouldn't have to worry about what damn Ron DeSantis is down there doing in damn Florida, or in the last administration where the damn Secretary of Education barely had a damn 5th grade damn degree. Like that's stupid. So if we went into our own, we wouldn't have none of these problems. In my opinion,
you're right. I mean, so certain communities, I could probably name a few, like Jewish communities, certain Asian communities, they build within their own communities. They take over, not take over is not a good word. They populate certain areas of the city and they bring in their own businesses that they only shop at. The small businesses that provide everything they need, and they keep the money within that community.
And they thrive.
So
they thrive.
Yes, I think that the Black community should invest more in the Black community, but the status is that there's a majority community, the white community, that has more access to things that Black people are always trying to gain a
that in itself is, and again, not saying I want a whole separated world or anything like that, where Black, white, Asian, this, that, and the third. I'm just saying, before we were forced onto them ships, we were perfectly fine over there, Mike. We had businesses. we had villages, we had homes, we had businesses, we had everything that we need perfectly fine until we were forced on
doctors
over here.
Universities. I mean, we could keep going. But where were we at?
Where were we? Into the United States, or come over here into this land to take over somebody else's land and build that up for them. So if we can do that, why can't we do that in our own selves now? Why can't our people? Donnell said we were in. I agree. Donnell said we are our own worst enemy, and I believe that's the reason why we can't, Donnell, because we are our own worst enemy. But if we could, that would be ideal for us to grow our own infrastructure to be able to get in supply and demand, and we wouldn't have that problem. But go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Okay, so what I want to say, and I'm gonna kind of close it up. My viewpoint with this: when you have a history, when you have a legacy, when you have historical input. When you have a historical input, it's easier to lean on that. But when that has all been robbed from you, when your history has been taken from you, when you have no legacy anymore, your legacy doesn't start until 17 something in America. So when you have those crutches, I don't know, let me use a different word. I don't want to say crutch. When you have those walls in front of you, it forces you to look at things differently. So yes, it would be nice for Black people to support themselves and so on. But you got to think about where our starting point was. Our starting point, as you say it, was in Africa. Your starting point, as you say it, was we had universities, we had doctors, physicians, we had world-renowned resources. But we were taken away from that and placed in America where we were animals, where the standpoint
less than animals.
Less than animals, and everything being driven at us and pointed at us, talked to us, talked down to us. Everything was that we were less than animals. All that Africa stuff is gone at this point. Now, Black people are resilient. It's in our DNA. We still thrive. But a lot of us don't. A lot of us still have to deal with that wall that was placed in front of us when they took us out of Africa and brought us to America. A lot of us still have to deal with that wall. We have no history.
So you said Negroes still want to be accepted by others. That's why some of them don't buy into the thought of let's build our own.
And so I kind of see that, Toya, but I don't think that's a majority feeling. I don't feel like that's a majority feeling. I feel like the majority is just absent of a history, absent of a legacy. And the only legacy and history that we have is what we see in the media, is what we see in other people, which is a white history. I mean, that's where I think it is.
I believe it's a little bit of both. I do believe there are people who do want to be accepted by others, and and that's one of the reasons. And I think the other reasons, like what Donnell said, we are our own worst enemy. At the same time, we doubt each other, we don't support each other, we come up with excuses, and we give shitty service and find the very first excuse to go jump ship back over to something else and say, oh, because you overcharging me or whatever the case may be. I think it's a combination of those two things. We are definitely our own worst enemy when it comes to the support of one another.
We are.
Donnell, I guess I'll let you wrap it up. As far as this whole.
Oh damn! It's 9:30 already.
They stop asking for discounts for Black-owned companies.
For sure. But is that your wrap up, Donnell? That's your wrap up.
Yep.
You want to go out on your theme song?
Oh Lord. I swallow his kids. Now they swimming in my stomach. His kids, I swallow. His kids, I swallow. His kids, I swallow. I don't got no
Yeah.
See, Toya missed that. I know she missed it because she would have said something.
Yeah, she definitely missed that.
I believe, and I'm gonna go out with this. I believe that is in Toya's top 10 playlist.
Yo.
Now, why would you tear down my Black Nubian sister?
Because she be in the background like, yeah, y'all don't even know.
You just said, what the hell? Yeah, Troy, you might have to go back to earlier in the show to see how we got to that, because again, she wasn't even. And she wasn't even.
I know she wasn't here.
She wasn't even the worst that came out of. It was a whole chick about her lip gloss and anyway,
sexy red
on her lip gloss. Yeah, you got to go back and rewatch. Like
Mike like nut on his lips.
That part too. It is not after 9:30, so we're gonna end the show. After we had a serious whole conversation about affirmative action.
Your mama like nut on the lips.
We didn't got back to this again. We will see y'all same place, same time next week. Millionaire Man Cave, RETV, Relationship Entertainment.
Peace.
I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. I swallow his kids. Now they